central bank is digital. You know, in the central bank, we're also working on CBDs, central bank digital currencies. We are moving to see whether it is, because like at the Bank of Uganda, our highest cost, actually our highest cost is printing of money. The amount of money we are spending on printing. Why? Because most of you don't even know how to handle money. Good morning, Uganda. Thank you so much for being on UBC TV. Time for The Real, where we engage in a conversation, sometimes with an expert, that at the end of the day, well, we share our 2 cents as an expert speaks into it, but your view also matters. So save the number and engage via WhatsApp and text message via WhatsApp. That is 0709602592. Now, recently at a CPA conference, the Deputy Governor of the Bank of Uganda, Professor Augustus Nswagaba, stated that as Ugandans, we are quite careless with print money. And he stated that we are very careless, we care less, we write on our notes, we fold them anyhow. Yet in actual sense, printing these notes of cash is highly, highly costly, which ultimately affects you and I as a taxpayer. But he suggested perhaps we could opt to embrace digital money systems. But as Ugandans, are we really, really ready to embrace digital money systems in Uganda? 0709602592. Now in studio with me is Coach 𝙒𝙖𝙎𝙏𝙀 Justus from Pepro Sharing Uganda Limited. He's a coach in financial matters and money matters, and he's speaking into this matter to share an expert's POV. Are we really ready to embrace the digital system of money in Uganda? Good morning, Coach 𝙒𝙖𝙎𝙏𝙀.
Morning to you, Miss
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you. A pleasure having you too.
So first and foremost, for a viewer watching,
yes,
in
please,
a layman language, explain what electronic money systems are.
Right. Thank you, Miss Julie. I'm from Pepro Sharing Uganda Limited, as well explained. Electronic money is simply the fiat money, but digitally stored on a system. It can be either a blockchain, it can be either on a cryptography related to, as long as it can be used to transfer from one point to another point, maybe for when you're paying for different services, or you're paying for goods, maybe you're settling between the two parties. Let's say Miss Judy is selling maybe a smartphone, Justus is in need of a smartphone. So you don't need a cash between me and you. I will transfer the money directly from my phone onto your wallet. That is electronic. So in the process of transferring the money from my phone to your phone, that is what we call the electronic money. So it is not the fiat money, which we hold cash between me and you. I'm giving you cash, which is physical. So here we are doing the business electronically. So it is between the system on your phone and on my phone. It can be on your digital wallet or on my digital wallet. We transfer the process, we do the process, you receive your funds, I get satisfied with what I want, the business is done. As simple as that. That is electronic. Right. Now, over 40 million Ugandans exist in this our country, and not all of them are able to use smartphones. Not all of them are able to access smartphones. In fact, if you go into rural areas, many still use the buttons. Yes. The button type of phones. But let's start with why you think the digital monetary system is essential for Uganda's financial landscape at this time in Uganda. All right. Thank you, Miss Julie. Right now, as we speak, we need to have these 3 words in aspect of life. Okay. We have learn. Learn, as in learning. Learning, yes. Yes. We have unlearn, and we have relearning. Right. Why do I have to bring these 3 words? In learning, we get different skills. And in relearning, there are things that we need to put off in ourselves such that we can move with the trends that are moving on. That is, we need to relearn with the new technologies that are coming to us. Right? Then, unlearn, we have to put away, we have to get rid of the outdated things that we have been living in existence with. Why did I bring these 3 words? In a way that our Ugandans are seated there watching us live on UBC. But we have questions they have questions. Why is it that the Bank of Uganda right now, they are talking about the electronic money, or we have seen Professor Augustus speaking about the CBDCs, the central bank digital currency, because we are living now in a disrupted world. And a disrupted world is whereby things are changing from the normal way we know them to other ways which have come to us. And we need indeed to brace these things. We need to brace these digital platforms that have come to us, of which now we are seeing new systems that are coming to us. Take an example. Today in Uganda, we have systems like EPS. I think we have all seen this,
Right.
of which many Ugandans are complaining about the
automated
yes, automated
EPS system.
Exactly. So as these are coming to us, we need to embrace them because it is a revolution that has come to us, of which I accept, and all Ugandans must accept the revolution that has come, which we don't need to hide ourselves. I'll give examples to Ugandans. We have heard of mobile money.
Right.
That is the first electronic payment system we've got for the first of a kind. That was between 2010 to where we are now. But when these systems were coming to us, many of us would not believe that there could be a time whereby one cannot hold cash and you need to make a transaction with another party. You make a transaction. After making a transaction, then the other walks away and you get satisfied with what you want. You get the point? So in the due course of these that are happening, I believe, and Ugandans should embrace the digital payment systems that have come. Ugandans should embrace everything that is coming to us, whereby I believe that these digital payment systems that are coming to us, there should be new developments, which I believe all Ugandans should be in position, should be able to access.
Right.
Right? So in the due course of all these that are going on, the world is currently going through different disruptions. Like I've explained about the system of mobile money. Like I've explained the systems of these EPS that are coming to us. So what should a Ugandan be ready with is...
Let's look at the solutions because over 75% really of the population is young people in Uganda, and it's perhaps easy for them to catch up with the evolving and the revolution of digitalized money.
Yes.
But let's look at the senior citizens who are not able to catch up as fast, and yet they are still surviving and living off of the land of Uganda. But also still, even if we are young as a nation, many are in rural areas and are not as exposed. They could be simply exposed to just mobile money, but there's more to how digital money operates.
Yes.
What would you suggest the solution is to make this faster and more affordable and reachable for all Ugandans?
All right, Ms. Julie, thank you. These things, as they are coming to us, I believe as a revolution, as a transformation that is extending, there is no way anyone could hide away from it. I'll give you an example. We have had the transformation. Take an example of airtime. I think that was way back in 2017, around 2017, 2018, where there was a disruption of airtime. But many of us would not believe that we can wake up one day in the morning and you can't get the scratch card and load airtime. It was the same questions where we could ask, what about my Jaja in the village? How will she access the airtime? But today, as we speak, I don't think there is any part of this country where one cannot access airtime. You get the point? So the same way with this. Take an example. I'll give live examples where we are. By December, I think by December last year, 2024, we have got something like 50 million mobile money subscribers. Right? So we have got something like 35 million transactions that have been carried out by these subscribers. 35 million subscribers that have done the transactions. So in the due course of all these that are happening, we have, I'll give you an example, we have a foundation, it is called the Foundation. This foundation is giving us the opportunity of enriching to Ugandans through different platforms, like you've introduced me through, we have a company, 𝙏𝙬𝙈𝙀 Uganda Limited, we have Lucky People's Association, that we are reaching to Ugandans through sensitization and through government programs. Like we had a summit in Kasese where we are launching one of our platforms, and we got a minister from the Ministry of ICT, where we are launching. So these things, we are extending them to a common man down in the village, such that they can understand the transformation, they can understand the revolution. And today, I think what is happening, we are going to see the budget is going to be read.
Right.
So in the budget that they are going to read, it's not like in the past. Today, we are going to see, they're going even to talk about more about the digital transformation. So in the due course, also the government is helping see that Ugandans can cope up with the situation that is going on, mostly with the digital revolution.
Right.
So we need to extend this to the common man so that he can understand what is coming to us.
And still painting it for the common man, paint the advantages of digital money.
All right, thank you. Giving the advantages, now like Augustus professor talked about the CBDCs. We have people who are doing transactions, people who are doing businesses across the world. Now, what are the advantages of these CBDCs, or these electronic money that are coming to us? You might find we have a lot of people who are doing businesses, but they are unbanked. So being unbanked, the best advantage of this is that everyone will have access to these financial inclusions that are coming to us, because everyone can access a smartphone. In the due course of accessing the smartphone, he or she can get access to these payment systems on his or her phone. Remember, when the revolution is coming, no one can stop it. And as the revolution is coming, we need to wake up and move with the transition.
Allow me interject in access to smartphones. In accessing smartphones is quite obvious here in the urban centers. But if you go in the depths of, say, if you go in Rubuguri, for example, in Kisoro, rural areas, those people do not actually access smartphones.
All right.
Practically so.
You're right.
The best they come close to a phone is a button phone, a Techno, an itel, you know, those that they press as buttons. How best do you think this fast-moving economy can catch up with them, and for them to access all the advantages of digitalized money, and yet they can't have smartphones as fast as they can?
All right, thank you. Now, I believe these financial institutions, as they are extending these services to us. I gave you an example of 𝙒𝙬𝙈𝙀 Foundation, one of the institutions that will be in position to work hand in hand with the central banks across the world. So they are introducing, take an example, they are introducing the POS machines. So the POS machine can be accessed by any individual across the world. And these POS machines do not need internet, do not need smartphone, as long as, let's take an example, you have the wallet. Because nowadays, to have the wallet doesn't mean that you need to be with a smartphone. Anyone can have an offline wallet. These offline wallets can work whether you have the internet, whether you don't have the internet. So take an example, I gave you 𝙒𝙬𝙈𝙀 Foundation. It has their own currency, your everyday money 𝙒𝙬𝙈. And this currency will be integrated the system of the central banks across the world. So they be working with the banks to bring the unbanked individuals, to bring the unbanked people down there in the village, in Kasambia, in Mubende, maybe around the Soroti, everywhere in any part of the country, to bring these people who are unbanked on the systems such that they can access services and use services, and they get delivered to their areas and have everything worked upon well, without going through these demonstrations, without going through hassles and so forth. So everything works smartly. So that's why even the Bank of Uganda says we're introducing the CBDCs, because they are people who are unbanked and they need to get these services onto them such that they can get delivery services so quickly. Right.
Now let me engage some comments that are coming through for you, Coach 𝙒𝙬𝙈𝙀. And the first one is from Fort Portal City, Kenneth Mugisha, who says, good morning, team. In relation to your topic, change is a fact of life. So with the introduction of digital currency, it's really fine because of its convenience, speed, security, efficiency, and accessibility. However, the following should be that it may involve a lot of transaction fees. It has high risks of cybersecurity risks. Some areas have no internet accessibility. Otherwise, if the above is addressed, it's a very good idea. And speaking of internet accessibility, Uganda's internet is still one of the most expensive internet services in East Africa.
Yes.
Don't you think that's so far a challenge?
Ms. Julie, thank you. And with the person from Fort Portal, I take the opportunity to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, because recently, something I think like 5 to 7 days, he allowed the Starlink to give internet provision to Ugandans. And this is an added advantage to the services that are coming to us. So these internet providers, take an example of Starlink,
right.
They will be accessed across the entire country of Uganda. Because as the person explained that we have the challenge of the internet. True, it is true. Maybe sometimes it is slow, sometimes there are different challenges. But we are getting a third-party solution that is helping us. On the other side of the cybersecurity, I'll give an example. We have a system, it is called 𝙏𝙀𝙍𝙍. Anyone online or watching us, you can click through on the internet and search about 𝙏𝙀𝙍𝙍. And 𝙏𝙀𝙍𝙍, they are giving solution to the problem of cybersecurity. And this is whereby 𝙒𝙬𝙎 Foundation comes in to say that we are going and we are ready to work with the central banks across the world to see that we provide a solution on the cybersecurity. Because as these technologies are emerging, remember, even these hackers also, they go in deeper to develop new technologies to see that they continue hacking these people who are using these electronic systems. So in the due course of this, 𝙏𝙬𝙍 through 𝙒𝙬𝙎 Foundation are saying, no, we are giving a solution to the central banks across the world to see that these transactions can be done efficiently without the hackers. Bad guys out of the internet, bad guys out of the financial transactions. As simple as that. Right.
Now, this conversation is starting to come to a close, but address this question because it's a mindset. And it's one that needs to be addressed because, I mean, someone definitely believes in it. Digital money is a scam from Satan to deny you access to services when he establishes 666, which is coming. This is Nicholas Esimo. What would you speak to Nicholas? Uganda is a faith-based nation, for God and my country. So these are definitely concerns that are profound and real.
Indeed, emerging technologies are coming to us. Whoever sees this in the line, I'm a faith believer, by the way. I believe in God. These technologies are coming to us, closing to us. I remember 2010, I was among those few people who got the opportunity to teach Ugandans about the issues of mobile money, where we would go and teach people in the villages. We could find the same questions about this. But let me ask, is there any Ugandan that has got any problem with mobile money regarding to faith? No one. So I believe these are technologies that are coming to us. Many faith people who are believing in this, and they see this as an impact of 666. By the way, when we go to numerology, if you add 666, it gives you 9. And this 9 means completion. So it means that we are living the era of the fiat, touch on, hands on. We are going to a system whereby we are using these systems practically, electronically. Let's not have fear and be with fear because of 666. Let's go dig deep and make our own due diligence about these issues. There is nothing that is going to harm us with these things. These are technologies that have come to us that we need to embrace in simplicity.
Coach Justice Ahembesiwe, we look forward to having a deeper conversation and one that is at length with you. But thank you so much for coming and sensitizing Ugandans on matters electronic money systems, and that is digital systems. Good morning, Uganda does continue. Hopefully you are embracing the changes that are in the world because you're in it. You might not be of it, but you're in it. So wisdom is pertinent to be